Let's try this again. What up, dude? Can y'all hear me? Am I lagging? Am I lagging? Are we there? Are we in the building? Let me know. Trying something new, guys. I got trying a different streaming software. Let me know if it's working, but if it's not, we're gonna keep it rolling, because if it is, I gotta act like it is working. So what up, though? It's Aaron Duncan here at the Necessary Blunt, the Sports Talk. You guys already know, man, it's the channel where I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely gonna tell you what you need to hear. And I give recap and analysis of the best division. I give recap and analysis of the NFC South. All right, just leave it at that. I don't want no arguments. But if you want to see more videos about the Panthers, the Bucks, the Saints, or the Falcons, hit the subscribe button below, man. Get the video a thumbs up, and make sure you hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss a video. We in the building though, man. It's been been an interesting week, you know. Been busy, been out and about. I don't know, man. It's been tough. I was on the road, of course. Y'all guys know that I was in Tampa, and I went to the game, and you saw the end result of the game, and it wasn't pretty, and I lost my voice, and I'm still recovering from having that voice be robbed of me, which is an excuse and / a reason, I guess, for me not dropping videos this week. But as you can see, I'm not my full vibrant self. Stressing. My vocal cords are been going through it. Videos this week, but as you can see, I'm not my full vibrant self. But I see you guys checking in. Let me know if it's lagging, man. I don't know. My vocal cords are been going through it. I don't know, man. But I'm trying to stream from my laptop now. It's a different experience. But let me know if it's trash. I'll cancel it, and we'll roll with the cell phone. Don't trust the cell phone. I got a new webcam. I've always had this microphone. Shout out to Blue Yeti. Holla at a player if you want to sponsor. I got a new webcam. I've always had this microphone. Shout out to Blue Yeti. Is it player if you want to sponsor? Is it bad, y'all? Let me know. Oh, he said feedback. Is that better? Is it bad, y'all? Let me know. Oh, he said feedback. Let me know that. Let me know if that's better. If it's not, I don't know what's going on, guys. How does it sound? Does it sound better? Worse? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me check on my cell phone. If it gets any worse, I'll just try my phone, the old reliable. But I've been trying to do this thug dizzle with this laptop so I can get a little cute stickers and stamps. But if it ain't gonna work, it can go. But let me know how it sounds. Let me know how everything looks. It's better. Y'all got to keep me posted, man. I'm a rookie in this stream game, but I'm going to continue on because got to keep it moving. It's hot in this office, too. But we got a lot of things to get into, man. It's been a long couple of days. I haven't talked to y'all in a minute. I apologize for being away, but like I said, vocal cords been on the freaking fringes. I've been not really sick. It's just I've been tired. Traveling. I took Monday off of work. I didn't get back till late. I was tired. But I'm here for you guys now. But King Panther checking in. What up, though? What up, Donald Clark and Dirtbag Don? What up, though? Let me know if there's any other issues as I go. I need y'all. I'm counting on y'all. I'm counting on y'all to push it through. To let me know. But yeah, I got some kinks to work out on this live stream game, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get into this stuff, man, because this is what y'all came for. A lot of things to talk about. We're gonna talk about the Jerry Hughes. Is it Jerry Hughes? I think Jerry Hughes situation with the refs. We're gonna talk about coaches on the hot seat. We'll talk about tanking, and we'll talk about some injuries, and of course, we're gonna get into the predictions because we got to do that. Yeah, you got 2 notifications because I started a live stream. The video wasn't working, and now I got it back working. Hopefully, it's good. But you guys, I don't know if you guys have heard about the Jerry Hughes situation. Of course, the video went viral of him going off on a ref back in the. I don't even know if that was the locker room. That was like, I guess that was the player tunnel or a tunnel where everybody leaves. But he told him that he was gonna catch him, and he guaranteed he's gonna catch him. And lo and behold, they interviewed and asked him about it. He got the Men in Black memory eraser thing that's going on. Jerry Hughes plays defensive end for the Buffalo Bills. He went off. I'm not gonna say, but he said the ref called him a B word to keep it PG. You know what I'm saying? He called him a B word. All right. I haven't been on the word. Haven't been on this earth that long, 27 years. However, if a man calls you a B word, I do not expect any reaction different than what Jerry Hughes had. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from a ref. You know? So, you want to think like, okay, why would a ref do that? But the NFL has said that, the NFL didn't say it, but there's been reports that he's had past transgressions where he's talked trash to players on the field before. Other players have made this claim. They didn't react the same way as Jerry Hughes, but they've made the same claims. The proof is in the pudding when the NFL put the referee on administrative leave, but Jerry Hughes wasn't suspended for going off on him. So that kind of tells you that Jerry Hughes might have a little point there that maybe the ref did have a little word or two for him. What was the context? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm a grown man. If any man calls you the B word like that, it's a tough situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not too many. It's not too many more degrading things you can do besides call a man a B. You know what I'm saying? Like that's trying, man. Ain't you a ref? You know, like you're playing and like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you're playing and something you can duke it out. No, you're a ref. What are you doing? What is the context? Was he begging for a call and you was like, man, quit crying? You look like a beep. Like, what was the context? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what would go on in my brain for to be in a situation where the ref would call me something like that. I don't understand. But if anybody got any insight on that, let me know. However, we'll see what happens to this guy. You know that they've let go of a ref this year. So we'll see. Maybe they get rid of this guy. He's been on administrative leave, so we didn't know what that means. He's still getting paid. He just ain't got to do no work. And if he getting mad enough where he has to call dudes the B word, he probably ain't tripping off getting a free check. You know what I'm saying? For now, at least. Nothing like getting paid for doing nothing. Getting paid to watch football. You know what I'm saying? I watch football for free. You know what I'm saying? Why can't I get paid to stand around and do nothing? But that's another topic for another day on that part about me. But we'll see what happens with Amanda if the suspension comes down the pipeline. Next up, coach's hot seat. I'm going to stick this typically just to the NFC South because the fan bases for 3 out of the 4 teams were calling for their respective coach's head, it seemed like, this week. I've heard a lot of chatter on social media. King Panther, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let me find out they paying people to watch football. like these refs are doing. Sign me up. I ain't gonna fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Some of these refs, some of these young new wave of refs, once they got these full-time refs, so I mean they're a little bit different now. We seen Ed Hockley been in the gym. He kind of swole too. You know, these football players are big, so you gotta be pretty ballsy. You got to be pretty ballsy to call these dudes the B word. I mean, Ed Hockley, as swole as he is, he never dropped the B word on anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you gotta be bold. You gotta be bold to do some stuff like that. But we'll move on to, like I said, back to the hot seat. So, of course, we know about what was going on in Carolina, if you haven't heard. Right before the game, probably like right when the inactives before the game get announced, so probably about 12 o'clock noon, maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock noon. There's a report that came out by Jason La Canfora that said that David Tepper was getting impatient with the status and the struggles of the team under Ron Rivera, and that he was tired of the old school approach and wanted to see more analytics being used within the game and to evaluate talent and stuff like that. And it was kind of a curveball for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the charter bus, you know, I'm just tailgating. You know, I just had me a little good time, you know, had some barbecue, a couple burgers, a couple adult beverages. So I'm cool, I'm chilling, I'm ready to go in at this game, you know what I'm saying? Then my phone buzzes and I see this report. I'm like, what's up with the timing? You know what I'm saying? And what's up with the timing of this? If this really was Tepper behind it, what's up with the timing? I mean, maybe he wanted to be like next level and like light a spark under the people. Light a spark under people. You do that earlier in the week, because if you threaten the coach, if the players really like the coach and see the players coach, they'll play better. Don't do that right before the game when the players can't hear the news. You know what I'm saying? It had no effect on the game. Maybe if you tell them that before the game, it might light a fire in somebody's butt and they play better. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all want to fire Eric Washington also. But Ron Rivera, he seems to be taking stuff a little into his own hands, and I've been waiting on him. You guys remember I told y'all last week on the live stream or one of the videos, it was time for Ron Rivera to call plays. He got his job from being a good defensive coordinator. This dude has coached 2 number 1 defenses as a defensive coordinator. That's why he became a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude he was one of the best. He was one of the best in-game play callers of defense that I know. Like, even in the Bucs game when we were getting cooked, you saw the adjustments being made. And besides that bomb, and the long pass interference that they call on Dante Jackson, the Bucs really, I think they had like 4 straight punts in the second half. So once Ron Rivera kind of took over the play calling during the game, you could see the difference. Eric Washington just wasn't seen to be ready. Ron Rivera, honestly, he kind of admitted that it was too soon. It may have been too soon for Eric Washington, or he might have went back to the cookie jar too many times to try to promote from within defensive coordinators, you know, because they've lost 2 coordinators in the past 2 seasons with Sean McDermott and Steve Wilkes, who have had coaching jobs. It's a good thing, though. Ron Rivera is actually putting out coaches into the league, so he's well respected around the league, clearly, and what Ron Rivera's been doing has been respected. So I think it's good to see him back. I don't know. I think it's good to see him back calling plays. You know, will it make a difference this game? We'll see. I think he could, especially going against a younger quarterback. It could be a good thing. It could help this defense get into gear. You know, they fired Brady Hoke, and they fired Jim Imamura. I don't know, but Brady Hoke, you probably remember him. He was a coach at Michigan for a while. He coached when your boy, what's his name? Denard Shoestring Robinson or Shoelace. What was his nickname? Shoelace, whatever. Denard Robertson, whatever Denard Robertson was in college. Brady Hoke was the coach. He was the guy right before Harbaugh got the job. So he had never been in a pro game, so I don't know why they hired him as a D-line coach. I think it was just it was bad timing because Steve Wilkes got promoted. He took some guys with him, and we lost a coach in like June because some workplace allegations. So you really don't hire coaches that late in the year. So we were kind of behind the 8 ball. Think about it. He had 3 new coordinators going into the season: offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams coordinator. So my I don't know. It was going to be tough to make that transition. The 6-2 start might have kind of blurred the lines of how well we were actually playing or how well that transition was. So winning can kind of blind you from certain things, and I think that's what happened. I agree with you guys in the comments talking about Ron Rivera doesn't need to go. This guy's been to the playoffs for the past 5 seasons. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Like, dude, like, put this in perspective. Look at the NFL right now. You guys realize, people that are calling Ron Rivera's job, you do realize that Sean Payton had 3 consecutive 7-9 seasons with the Saints, with one of the best quarterbacks in the league, with the top 3 quarterback in the league. He had 3 consecutive 7-9 seasons. What if the Saints had to fire Sean Payton at that point? You think they'd be still making that run right now, or they'd be in a weird transition mode? Would Drew Brees have retired by now because he really liked Sean Payton that much? Like, where would the Saints be right now had they let him go prematurely? So you got to give these guys a longer leash, especially when you have a resume like Ron Rivera, 2-time Coach of the Year, NFC Championship, multiple playoff berths, 3 consecutive division win titles for the first time in division history. Like, this guy's resume is I mean, you can't really knock his resume whatsoever. And some of these new Panthers fans don't remember how the team was before Ron Rivera got here. Remember Jimmy Clausen? Remember that era? You know what I'm saying? The pre-Cam era. So a lot of you guys probably just hopped on the Panthers bandwagon once Cam got drafted. But the real ones, we remember those days when we had to suffer through that year of Jimmy Clausen. But I got to shout out to Jimmy Clausen for playing trash. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got Cam. And yeah, it's just, to me, yes, Rivera has had some questionable situations in the game. The best question calls going for 2 blew me, but the guy's body of work gives him a longer leash than what you guys are trying to cut the leash on him. So it is what it is. Should he be held responsible for these coaches? Yeah. I mean, he gets credit for putting out good coaches, but he also has to hire coaches too. So he can get some blame for putting Eric Washington in a position that he may not have been ready for. So, and like you said, it's the Bucs. We knew the Bucs had talent. It just all comes down to turnovers. And Cam did his best Jameis Winston impression, and Jameis played lights out for the most part. So it happens, man. Like, it's the division. This division is wild, so it happens. I mean, exactly what Dirtbag Don saying. Like, division games, man. Like, it's hard to grade and do this stuff. And like I said, some people are talking about the O-line. Yeah, I mean, the O-line's been playing, like, pretty decent. I got a video about kind of the synopsis of what's been happening so far, but I'll probably say that to the season end for the Panthers. But Ron Rivera got to stay. So let's move on to the next coach, Dan Quinn. I know a lot of my Falcons fans on my Facebook timeline, there's people, I hate arguing with certain people that are just retarded about when it comes to sports. And they make me defend people that I really don't care about. Some people make me defend Matt Ryan at times. They make me defend LeBron at times. I've had to defend Dan Quinn as of recent. And I'm not happy about it. Falcons fans, they're never satisfied with anything. You know what I'm saying? Georgia lost Saturday, so I guess they were pissy about that. And it kind of, this theme just rolled over into the Falcons game of being disappointed. And to see Arthur Blank come out and say that he had faith in Dan Quinn kind of pissed them off. Then they see Mike McCarthy get fired with a similar record to the Falcons. And they're like, oh, why isn't Dan Quinn fired? And I'm like, guys, you do realize you're only 2 seasons removed from going to the Super Bowl. And you made the playoffs after that. Come on, guys. Let's put things in perspective. All right? Put things in perspective. But, checking in. Okay, Lucas checking in. He said, what up, though? What up, though, man? I got you. I'm trying to keep this stream rolling. I had some struggles getting started, but we in this thing, though. But Dan Quinn, dude, he's not going anywhere. All right, the defense has been trashed before him. He's brought the defense a long way. You know what I'm saying? He brought them a long way. They they still don't have a pass rush. So that's a problem. But that could be personnel. I can blame it on Thomas Dimitroff, the GM, who they also gave an extension, who a lot of people thought should be fired. They put a lot of talent on this team, but they have failed to consistently get the O-line and D-line correct. And it's really holding the team back. That's where they're pretty much losing these games, in the trenches. We all know you can have all these quarterbacks, these skills position, and all these guys who fall in love with that. We all know it starts and ends up front. If you can't protect the passer and you can't get to that passer, you're not going to be able to beat anybody. And that's one of the reasons why the Falcons struggle along with their injuries. That Arthur Blank, he ain't tripping right now. He's got a soccer team that's about to get him a ring himself, so he's going to have a little bit more patience on these Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Dirtbag Don said they are literally the Eagles. Dude, yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with y'all. Dan Quinn's done a pretty solid job. It maybe just some of the coordinators. It seems like when he had Shanahan, he was more like, let me coach my defense. I don't know anything about offense. I trust you enough to take over. It's kind of what Ron Rivera is doing with the Panthers. He trusts Norv. He doesn't know anything about offense. He's going to let him have it. Some coaches like to do that. Dan Quinn, we know his defense is specialty. Yes, he has some suspect in-game calls that he misses, but overall, as a body of work, you got to get, like I said, you got to look at the whole body of work. So, like I said, they've had injuries. Arthur Blank is a smart businessman. He understands that. He's not in the business of paying guys that aren't earning their money. It's called dead money. That's what they call it, dead money. When nobody's earning it. Nobody on your roster is earning that money, but you're still paying them. It's called dead money. Arthur Blank is not in the business of that. This dude owns Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? He bought $1 billion stadium. He pays $10 million in property taxes on the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He has a soccer team that's in the championship within their second year. This dude's a smart businessman. He makes smart moves, smart investments. He's old as dirt. He's seen the game. He's been around the block. Arthur Blank is smart. He's not going to get rid of DQ. Not right now. Everybody's agreeing. Yeah, I mean, the defense was going to be decent, and injuries just screwed the team over. So that is what it is. I mean, he's there. I think, like I said, the GM, Thomas Dimitroff, probably could have got up out of there for lacking for the lack of moves made to improve the O-line and the D-line. However, him and DQ are kind of tied at the hip for now. Let's move on to the third coach, Dirk Koetter. Is he still on the hot seat? I mean, he's won 2 games in a row. Yeah, one was his 49ers. But he had a very quality win versus the Panthers at home. Especially with Jameis playing well finally in these 2 games. Him and Jameis are both on the hot seat. So the Bucs are kind of in a weird space. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? I mean, the defense has been more beat up, and they weren't good in the first place, but they forced 4 interceptions when they only had, 3 on the year so far this past game. So it's like, okay, what is the identity really of this team right now? Like, what are they trying to do? Are they playing for Koetter? Are they just playing the stuff is getting right? Have they gotten lucky? Like, who are these guys? You know what I'm saying? If they're going to win, they got to, like, the thing about it is, Bucs fans want to say they need to tank. Okay, I understand, because you may want to get a quarterback. However, think about this. If you're winning right now, it's probably because Jameis hasn't been turning the ball over and he's playing pretty well. So if that's the case, you don't need to address the quarterback. You can give him one more year maybe, or franchise him just to see what he has. I think the franchise tag may be it for Jameis if he continues this streak of not turning the ball over. We saw Fitzmagic take down the Saints in week 1 in the shootout. We'll see what Jameis does in his go-around. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I think Koetter's still on the hot seat. I still think they got a little bit more work. I got a little bit more work to do before a little bit more work to do before he saves his job. Roman A checking in. What up, though? Look, we got a couple people on this live stream. 9 folks concurrent. I know maybe it looks like it's lagging a little bit. Let me see. See if I can. See if I can edit. Nope. Oh. Can I change the bit rate? Did that work? I don't know. It's lagging a little bit. I don't work out the kinks. But I tried to add a little bit of something spicy to it. You know what I'm saying? I got the chat box on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I got the logo up here. I got the viewer count up here. I got notifications down here. Some up here. I don't know. I'm gonna work on this and add some more cool graphics or whatever. Try to, you know what I'm saying? But it's lagging a little bit. I'm gonna go back and watch it myself and see how it actually looks in real time. But if anything goes out like sound or anything, guys, make sure you let me know ASAP. We can get that handled. But Roman H, hey man, I feel how you feeling. I don't know. Lucas said he's thinking Jameis is gonna get drafted. But he don't know. He thinks Jameis will get traded. Excuse me. Dirtbag Dom says that I don't know if Jameis Winston and Josh Freeman are the same quarterback. All I know is I've never seen them in the same room together. You know what I'm saying? He said they pretty much the same player. My boy JD checked in. Hey, you got to drop a what up, though. When you come through the Unnecessary Bluntness Sports Talk live stream, you drop a what up, though. That's how we greet each other on the live screen. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you tuning in, though. You know what I'm saying? But where we at next on the next topic? Get back on topic. Where we at next? Real quick, let's talk about Cam Newton's injury on the shoulder. So we know that he was throwing these. Like I said, I haven't gone back and watched the actual on TV game, like TV broadcast of the Panthers game. I watched it from like right beside the pirate ship. If you ever been to the stadium, it's just a guy. Okay, said, look, I'm on YouTube with the. But anyway, there's some JD in here trolling. I don't know what's going on. However, I can't see exactly, but from what I'm hearing, some of those passes were floaters. It looked like some of those out routes weren't getting there with the same zip that Cam Newton typically has, and his shoulders hurt. They took him out again for the Hail Mary at the end of the game. We saw that happen earlier this year. Earlier, it might have been for preventive care. This time, just for lack of capability to do it. And if his shoulder's really been bothering him since the surgery 2 years ago, it makes sense why a lot of his passes haven't really gone downfield. Fortunately, they have a lot more players that can catch short passes. Shout out to Marty Hurney, I guess, probably, for getting guys that can make yards after catch. But a rotator cuff injury is nothing to play with, especially for a quarterback, especially for a guy who doesn't use his legs much to throw. However, can he still be effective? Yeah, he can. I mean, I don't know. But he has the players in the system. Here's the players in the system that can make plays with short passes. I mean, Christian McCaffrey went off. I don't understand why they just didn't keep running the ball. Every time we moved the ball into the red zone, Cam threw a pick. I think all 4 of his picks were into the red zone. Christian McCaffrey at one point had like 99 yards on 8 carries. I looked at the scoreboard. Just keep feeding this guy the ball, man. It seems like that's pretty much what they need to do until they figure out what Cam's doing. We're on a weird space, man, like where we can still make the playoffs, but do we think we can make any moves with Cam's shoulder in this condition? And when do you shut Cam down? I think if they lose one more game, you shut Cam down. Just because I don't know. You just don't want to. You just don't want to ruin his shoulder. I mean, his fastball is one of his biggest assets, of course, after his legs. So you don't want to ruin a guy like that. You don't want to ruin his arm and jeopardize his future going forward, especially if you're in the hunt for playoffs and you just don't know where you are. You know what I'm saying? Crazily, as crazy as it sounds, as bad as the Panthers have played, they're not out of the playoff race. I mean, they got help from the Eagles with the Redskins losing, and the Patriots beat the Vikings. So it's like, okay, what the heck? And then the Seahawks play the Vikings this week. So it's like, okay, what the heck? Granted, you got to go 4-0 at least. I mean, you got to go 3 out of 4, 4 for 4 down the stretch to have a chance. I mean, you can't be begging for all this help for other teams in the league, and you're not handling your own business by not winning games. So trying to figure out who's going to lose, who's going to whatever, doesn't matter if you don't handle your own business. You got to handle your own business to secure the bag for that playoff spot. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, they say that most teams in the NFL are 8-8. It's just about those 3 to 4 or 5 close games that you play that determines where y'all at. Now, a lot of people are saying, should we tank? And I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. Nobody in the NFL is gonna tank. Like, this is a grown man league. It's not any like soft bone in anybody's body in the NFL. Like, if anybody could be in the NFL, I wouldn't be arguing with you guys right now. I would be playing in the NFL if I could just say, hey, I want to be in the NFL. Snap my fingers and do it. It's grown men trying to feed their kids. They're getting bonuses. They're getting roster bonuses for stats that they produce. They're not going to tank and cost themselves money for the future when they may not even be part of the future. You know what I'm saying? So tanking is dumb to me. And not to mention, what would be the purpose of tanking? Like, I just want to know, like, what is the purpose of tanking? Like, the only reason they could tank, the players would never tank. The coaches and the GM could tank by getting rid of good players. Like, I mean, Dirtbag Don saying the Raiders can tank. The Raiders can tank by getting rid of all their players. And the GM can be in charge. You see in basketball, like the Atlanta Hawks, they pretty much blew up the whole squad. Now they have nobody. A bunch of scrubs and nobodies, and that's tanking. You know they're going to play hard, but if you don't put enough talent on the field or on the court, they're not going to win games. So you're tanking. We know Philly in the NBA got in trouble for that, for the process. And now, I mean, they bounced back, but that's different. NFL, think about it. The Panthers, why would they tank? Look at their last 4 first-round draft picks, and tell me how big of a difference have those first-round picks actually made? Like, why would we tank with one play? How much can one player, a rookie, make an impact? It took DJ Moore 7-8 games to actually find his niche and make a huge impact on this team. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the purpose of tanking? And we got DJ Moore at 24. What would be the purpose of tanking? Like, think about first-round draft picks from the past few years. Kelvin Benjamin. Yeah, he was a leading receiver on the team, but we see what happened. We see what happened with him. He just got cut. He's probably done in the NFL, in my opinion. He just got cut by the Bills. He's probably done. Shaq Thompson. Shaq has been solid. He wasn't a huge impact player that's going to put us over the top for a Super Bowl or NFC championship, but he's been solid. Who's that? Vernon Butler. Vernon Butler is a bust. There's no guarantees in the draft. You want to tank for what? These guys aren't any guarantee. Then, of course, we got Christian. Christian's first year, we tried to force feed him. However, it didn't really make a huge impact. It didn't put us over the top or anything. Yes, this year McCaffrey has exploded, but in his first year, like, what the world? You know what I'm saying? And then DJ Moore, okay, it took him a long time. He's made an impact, yes, but he's not putting us over the top for anything. Like, what is the point of, like, tanking? It's all about continuity. It's all about putting the team together, chemistry, all that. I see a lot of you are in the comments. JD said my fantasy team tank. And Roman A's, you're right. Cam is top 5 this league in accuracy. They changed the philosophy. Um, he said Kelvin Benjamin's a top 10 tight end. He said put him at guards. Yeah, JD, that's a good point. I mean, people want to talk about the Cowboys reaching for Amari Cooper, but I mean, you know what you get. Like, if you felt like he was worth the first round pick, that's what you had to grade on. I mean, some people reach in the drafts too. Like, yeah, let's not act like people haven't reached in the draft. So reaching for a trade, I mean, it is what it is. If you know that's what you need, and other teams know that's what you need, they're gonna charge you a high price for it. You paid the price. Let's not act like Jerry Jones hasn't overpaid for something plenty of times in his career. So let's not act fake surprise. But speaking of Kelvin Benjamin and the shoulder injury by Cam, do you realize that the play that Cam Newton hurt his shoulder, Kelvin Benjamin like dropped the pass or quit on the route, and the defense ran it back for a touchdown? Cam tried to make the tackle and hurt his shoulder. So I blame Kelvin Benjamin for where we at right now, and blame Kelvin Benjamin for Cam's shoulder injury. Had it not been for Cam Newton, for Kelvin Benjamin, it would have been a different story. Just a guy. Okay, so can we talk about the Chiefs real quick, especially on defense? I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna get to the Chiefs too. But I mean, he said Peyton reached for Kamara. Peyton, I mean, Kamara now he doesn't like a reach. Obviously, I mean, wherever you got Kamara, he was gonna be a good pick. So it is what it is on that front. But whatever. I already talked about the tanking. So y'all ready to get into these predictions, man? Let's do it. Y'all go ahead and drop those questions though for the speed round in. Anything random questions, basketball, football, NFL, life. You having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. But you can go ahead and drop them questions too. No trivia questions, of course, because I don't do that. What else? Make sure you guys get a video thumbs up if you haven't already. I know some of y'all watching, but ain't giving no thumbs up. Show your boy some love. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we did miss McCarthy. The McCarthy situation. Look, I got into a Facebook argument with a Packers fan not named Lucas Zamora. He said, "What's in this drink? This drink is 100% agua." If y'all missed the beginning, I haven't dropped a video this week because I lost my voice at the Bucks game when we had a little Panther section and I was the hype man. You know what I'm saying? I was the honorary Panthers first down guy. I was leading all the chants, so I gave my all. You know, I left it on the field. I strained my vocal cords. You can see my voice kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah, I was the guy yelling. So my vocal cords are trash right now. But McCarthy, do you see the comment by this tight end that I've never heard of saying that Aaron Rodgers doesn't look good in the situation because he got his coach fired? I mean, they said he had been rolling his eyes in the huddle whenever he heard certain play calls, and he had been throwing the offense under the bus all season. We know he threw the receivers under the bus this season, but I don't know, man. I don't think he should have been fired. They did give away a lot of personnel this year. I mean, the Packers have been the charity case, trading away lots of good young players for some reason. Aaron Rodgers wants to talk about these young receivers. However, look, people say, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any help," and blah blah blah. First of all, Davante Adams is a bona fide number one receiver. At the receiver position, on such a competitive field, Davante Adams is probably top 15 in the league right now. I would say He probably wouldn't be in my 10 as of yet. I have to really think about it, but Davante Adams is a number one receiver. And they have Jimmy Graham. You know, Jimmy Graham has been banged up. Dude, somebody told me Davante Adams was a number one receiver, bro. Look at his numbers, dog. Look at his numbers. Look at his numbers. I mean, Randall Cobb is a bona fide number. He's a good number too, but Randall Cobb gets hurt a lot. Geronimo Allison. What's the other guy with the? He got like 5. He has like 5 names. He's like a rookie. But Davante Adams is a good receiver, man. Like, dude, you saying that people saying Aaron Rodgers makes Davante Adams. So does Drew Brees make Michael Thomas? That's what I want to know. What happens? I just want to know. Does Drew Brees make Michael Thomas? Is Michael Thomas just a number two receiver? Let me know about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a two-way street. I agree, Bryce. Hey, Adams, he's great off the line. He makes good catches. Davante Adams, bro, if you can get open, you can get open. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Aaron Rodgers just he does drop some dimes, but at the same time, Davante Adams gets open. You know what I'm saying? People, I don't understand. But JD got banned for sending too many messages. Cause you're talking nonsense, Jeremy Davis. Lucas, this is a Packers fan. I'm gonna read Lucas's comment. He's a Packers fan. I thank Mike for what he's done, but he won't get creative in a new age NFL. Yes, we have players, but we need a defensive-minded coach. Our offense just needs a good coordinator, Joe Philbin. You know, there have been rumors about some of these young coaches. You know, that's the little thing. We hiring 12-year-olds to call offense nowadays, like Sean McVay, and they're talking about Lincoln Riley could be a target since he's pretty creative. Cliff Kingsbury could be a target, from college. So I don't know. I just don't think that hiring a guy that's Aaron Rodgers' age will be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, the Cowboys. I said the Cowboys. Y'all got me thinking about the damn Cowboys. Crap. But oh Lord, we didn't got more than one Cowboy fan in this chat. Oh Lord. Exactly. He believes in. You see, he said he want my opinion on it. He fall back. Of course, y'all gonna agree. He won't say neutral perspective, and I got y'all. But McCarthy, I don't know if I think he at least deserved to finish the season. You know, like, come on, this man has done so much, he's been there so long. You gonna fire him during the season? Was he that bad? I mean, losing to the Cardinals sucks, but Mason Crosby got to get cut too. But I'm just gonna sip my drink on that one. People really crucified me when I told them Mason Crosby. When I told them about Mason Crosby, they was like, "Oh, he's had one bad game." Blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, he's gonna come back and hurt y'all again. It get in their head, bro. These kickers are head cases. But I'm just gonna skip that for now. Let's move on. Lucas says Josh McDaniels, but he wants a defensive coach. Y'all got to keep y'all defensive personnel if y'all gonna have anybody. That's the thing about it. But I keep wanting to move on, but I will. Let's move on to these games, man. Game prediction. Let's start with the Panthers at the Browns. Ron Rivera is going to be calling plays this game, of course. How healthy is Cam? That's the question. No, he says he's healthy enough to play. I think 75% Cam is better than Taylor Heineke. Either though, shout out to Taylor Heineke. I saw his parents on the return flight from Tampa. They flew Spirit. Taylor Heineke is not getting paid bukus of money, so that just puts things in perspective. I mean, I'm a cheapskate, and I'm broke, and they weren't sent too far from me. I mean, it is more economically friendly, but Taylor Heineke got his 2 plays in. Shout out to his parents. I saw them, but like I said. if the Bucks aren't great at causing turnovers and they force 4 Cam picks, the Browns are great at causing turnovers. What are they going to do to Cam? I don't think Cam's going to be that careless with the ball anymore. Will he still try to force things downfield, even though his arms are all the way there? Will Norv Turner call a different type of game plan? Ron Rivera's pretty much put his trust fully in Scotty and Norv Turner to call these plays on the offense while he focuses on the defense and calling plays. I'm interested to see what happens. Like I said, down the stretch, Ron Rivera really tightened up the defense against the Bucks when he started calling plays. And this will be a season. This really keeps their playoff hopes alive if they want any chance. Like, if they lose this game, heads will roll probably. And the Browns, Baker Mayfield, they've been a lot more competitive. But I think just losing to a team called the Browns hurts the whole feel of what happens. I mean, David Tepper has put the pressure on him, man. If he wasn't feeling the pressure after the Steelers game, he will be feeling it if they lose to the Browns. My prediction for this game, my score prediction, I think the Panthers come together after hearing that their coach is about to be fired possibly, and they all came to defense and took the blame themselves. Last time we saw Ron Rivera be on the hot seat was in his 3rd season. Hell, I even wanted him fired. They came together. I think they won a division, or the following year they went 12-4, ended up making the playoffs. Yes, they lost to the 49ers, but the team came together because they liked him so much. Ron Rivera, such a loyal coach that players love him. So I think they come together for him this time. I think they win 24-20. Just the guy said maybe the Panthers. He's picking the Panthers because they're going to stick to the run. Cowboys will react, pick the Panthers. Dirtbag Don said Browns by 10. I hope he's joking. JD said Panthers. Donna Clark says Browns 27, Panthers 23. JD says big Christian McCaffrey game. Just a guy says the Panthers utilize McCaffrey more than they got a chance. Don't let Cam throw as much with his iffy arm. I agree. I agree. So let's move on to the next game on the slate. I got 7 games, so I'm coming down the list, guys. Be very, very patient. I got you guys. Even the non-NFC South fans, I got y'all. Let's move on to the Falcons at the Cheeseheads. You know what I'm saying? I think the Packers are in a very vulnerable spot right now with their coach going out, their leader. There's reports out about Aaron Rodgers' leadership and if he got the coach fired and this, that, and the third. Folks are starting to question Aaron Rodgers. I mean, his numbers are ridiculous, but we've seen him miss some spots in prime time, miss some easy passes that he normally does, i.e. the Seahawks game. They lost to the Cardinals recently. I didn't get to go back and watch that game, but the Falcons have lost 4 in a row also after they had dug themselves out of that hole that started the season with. They had some playoff hopes for a second. Now it's pretty much a wrap. Dan Quinn's pretty much kind of put the words together that he's building for next year now that he's got reassurance by Arthur Blank. Deion Jones will be back again. I've told y'all my dome team theory numerous times that I don't trust dome teams on the road like that, especially when it gets cold like that in a place like Green Bay. It's gonna be freezing, and the Falcons aren't really equipped to play on the road like that because they don't have a running game. Because they got commitment issues. I don't know what it is. They have commitment issues to the run. They just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle it. They can't stick to it. They can't stick by it. As important as they know it may be, they just can't stick to it. But I got to go against my theory. I mean, do I trust my gut or my gut's telling me that I've seen that Dan Quinn has a pretty good record versus the Packers. So I'm going to take the Falcons in a close one, man, 26-23. I'll probably be wrong. I won't be surprised if I'm wrong, but I'll take the Packers by a field goal. I mean, the Falcons by a field goal. A lot of y'all saying Green Bay by 11. Cowboys, Falcons by 17. Packers, oh, damn. Dirtbag Doc said Falcons by 17. Yikes. Ronald Clark says Packers 31, Falcons 24. That's the guy says Falcons got shut down. Their defense kind of sort of stepped up. Green Bay doesn't have a good defense, so I'm saying Falcons bounce back. Win 21-17. Dirtbag Dom said Arizona just did it. Lucas says the frozen tundra. Like I said, I won't be surprised if I'm wrong. But I just like Dan Quinn's record against the Packers in his career. History. It's whatever. Man, Mr. Runner got candy in my braces. Let's move on. To the interdivision game. The Saints at the Buccaneers. All right, I got y'all boys. Y'all talking about I ain't talking about the Saints. Yeah, y'all were the only video actually dropped this week. So I had to show some other teams some love first. But you know y'all got the game against the Bucks on a mini bye week, 10 days. I've had plenty of time to think about that L. So maybe that can be motivation for you guys. But the funny thing is about these Saints fans, man, they will talk trash to us Panthers fans all day about us getting swept last year and us losing 3 games to them last year. And we can't beat them in the playoffs with all this crap. But quiet as kept, they've lost 2 in a row to the Buccaneers, but they don't want to talk about that. I'm going to sip my tea on that one for a second, let that marinate. Yep, the Saints have lost 2 in a row to the Bucks, and they were in back-to-back weeks, technically. The first loss was the last game of the season on New Year's Eve, and then week 1, we saw Fitzmagic do the darn thing himself, and one was on the home, one was on the road too. So I don't know, man. This game is always on paper. It seems like, dude, it shouldn't be close, but the Buccaneers always play. They always play the Saints tough, and I don't know what it is. Like, if anybody can make some sense out of it, let me know. But why the Bucks just seem to give them so much trouble, I don't know. Like, it just really don't make sense. But I guess that's why the division games are so crazy. But to this game, like I said, the Saints they've had a little bit of rest. Can Jameis continue to play steady with no turnovers? Back-to-back weeks, back-to-back no turnover games, back-to-back wins. Using his legs a lot more, creating the throw, scrambling. He had 48 yards last week. We saw Dak Prescott scramble a little bit on the Saints. Will Jameis be able to do that? They have weapons that can threaten New Orleans, but they don't have the defense to stop them. So, was that 4 turnover game last week a sign of things to come? No. Like some people like to say, a broke clock is right 2 times a day. So, maybe that was the case. Maybe it was the perfect storm for the Bucks. They made some good plays. Cam Newton had a hurt shoulder. They had backup DBs in there going in, catching picks like that. So, that's the crazy part about it. That was a shocker. The Saints will be hungry after getting beat in prime time to America's team. But you never know in these divisions. Like I said, Michael Thomas did not practice today from an ankle, and that's kind of a worrisome sign to me. I'm not sure. I'm sure he'll play. But for you to have a long week of rest and him to still not play because of his ankle, I don't know. Will all those Ohio State guys that the Saints have on their team be inspired by Urban Meyer announcing his retirement? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there to see what happens. But it could be an interesting game. I think it'll be a close game. But I think the Saints win this when they finally break that streak. They don't get swept. Even though they've lost back-to-back games to the Bucks, they don't get swept this season by the Bucks. I think it ends up being 43-38 Saints. Don Clark says Saints 45, Bucks 23. Lucas said go Brown because he's salty. Just a guy says if Jameis don't choke and Adams carry again, they could win though. Bucks would be pulling the stuff out of their asses there. Exactly. Dirtbag Don says the coin flip. Roman A says Winston has the best game of his career and the Bucks win by 14. Woo! But the guy says, I think Winston's going to be the factor because they got a lockdown run defense. Barber ain't the guy. He ain't the guy yet, but he all right. But not enough like Zeke versus the Saints. Donald Clark says, different scenario. The Saints win 45-23. I don't think it'll be that. I don't think it'll be that good of a gap. I think it'll still be back and forth game. I think it'll be high score. He said JPP might be low key. Teron Armstead, he was a limited participant in practice today for the Saints, so his return will be big. I think they projected him to be out 3 to 4 weeks, so this is right about that time. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? The Saints didn't have a great outing on the outside last week against the Cowboys. We'll see what happens, man. It'll be tough. The Saints defense has been playing well, but Jameis pretty much got to take care of the ball. We'll see. And just like you said, a guy, okay, said, let me, just one more week, let us slide real quick. All right, so let's get into these other predictions from the rest of the league. Some other notable matchups. The Ravens at the Chiefs will be an interesting matchup. Two teams that pretty much look like they're destined for the playoffs. I think the Ravens will probably get in. Lamar Jackson, they beat the Falcons last week, man, on the road. They've been doing pretty decent, since Flacco been out. I mean, it ain't been pretty, but Lamar Jackson been winning these games, homie. I don't think they're equipped to stop the Chiefs, one, and two, keep up with them. Kareem Hunt will be out. How will that be a distraction? Will the Kareem Hunt drama be a distraction for the Chiefs this week? And how will that affect them? Will they start throwing the ball pretty much strictly? Will they fall off a cliff like they tend to do down the stretch in the regular season, like the Chiefs typically do with Alex Smith or with Andy Reid coach teams? Will that happen again? Will this Kareem Hunt thing be the factor that makes it fall off the cliff? That is the key to watch. The Ravens, they have a great defense. Can they slow down the Chiefs at all? How will Lamar Jackson keep them off balance with the run game? Can they control the clock? Can they get some stops? It'll be a good game. Strength versus strength, man. Defense versus offense. Typically, you got to take defense, but we'll see what happens. Everybody down said he thinks it's going to derail them. And I think Flacco, they said he'll be back this week, but I don't think he's going to start. And like I said, I think the Chiefs will win also. I think they just have too much firepower. I don't think they'll overpower them because the Ravens' defense is great, but I think that I just think that they just don't have enough on offense to keep up with the Chiefs. And just a guy, K, says that he thinks that their defense will step up just enough to get by, and that's all they're counting on. But I think the Kareem Hunt thing is going to have a big impact on them going forward. They had to do the right thing, but it comes with a cost. Philly at Dallas. It seems like these teams just play, right? That's how the NFL scheduling, quote unquote, gods be doing. They put this stuff back to back. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, but it makes stuff interesting. You know what I'm saying? So Philly, they got their win last week against Mark Sanchez. We saw the butt fumble recovery, and the Cowboys, we saw them coming off the high win. Do the Cowboys keep it rolling? You know what I'm saying? Can they keep it rolling? The Eagles, it's a division game. It's going to be a crazy game, man. Crazy game. What time do they play? They play at 4:25, so they'll probably be the game of the week. I'm sure it'll be on TV. We'll be able to check it out. Everybody will probably watch again, especially after the hype train is back in. Is about to leave the station again. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, I got Dallas in this game, too. I think that Philly just ain't equipped for it. They barely scraped by. They pulled away late against the Redskins, but clearly they got issues stopping the run. We saw AP. Even though AP didn't have 100 yards, how did AP not have 100 yards, but he broke a 90-yard run? That's wild to me. But we'll see what happens. Dirtbag Don said Cowboys easily. Cowboys react said, let's go. JD said, hold up. Cowboys react said Cowboys gonna destroy them. Said we them boys. Eagles talking trash. Dude, the Eagles, man, I'm so through with these dudes. I'm so through with them, man. And Dallas seems too hot right now. Zeke gonna run all over them though. Mr. Bumble carry the key. But not for real. He said, with Sean Lee back healthy, the Cowboys the best linebacking unit. And Tyron Smith. Dirtbag Don said the Cowboys humbled him. He didn't watch football to say, bro, that game last week was wild. I told y'all, I didn't tell y'all, but I told somebody else when y'all were talking trash. I told y'all the NFL has a crazy way of humbling teams in the worst way. Everybody get that medicine every now and then, bro. The Panthers got their medicine against the Steelers. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw me eating a humble pie. You know what I'm saying? Saints, y'all got humbled a little bit now. It's good. It's healthy. It's healthy. It'll make y'all a little bit more hungry going down this back stretch of the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. AP had 8 carries for 98 yards. He had that means he had 7 carries for 8 yards after that, besides that 90-yard run. That's why. How do you break a 90-yard run and not go for 100 yards? It's crazy to me. But looks like the Cowboys are going to take this division, bro. So we just need them to we'll see. I mean, they're going to get a home game in the playoffs. So nobody wants to see them at home, so it's going to be tough seeing them play Dallas. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys React said he said he lived in Louisiana. His whole family Saints fans. They was coming up with excuses. I mean, it happens, bro. They gonna come up with the excuses, but this the NFL, man. Dirtbag Don said he trying to report spam. And Jamin Davis has a question about the Cowboys linebacking crew. I'll answer that during the speed round. Like I said, make sure y'all drop y'all questions for the speed round. I got 2 more games, then we get into the speed round. Next game, Rams at Bears. This is going to be a good game. You know what I'm saying? Strength of the Bears defense. They cause turnovers. Eddie Jackson is low-key one of the best safeties in the league. He's an Alabama product. He's had more turnovers and returns for touchdowns than I can count for a guy that's been in the league that long, or as short a time as he's been in. It'll be interesting, man. I like Eddie Jackson. We know what the Bears have done with Khalil Mack. How will the Rams handle this? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be on Soldier Field. It's gonna be freezing. They're used to playing in LA. Trubisky said he will be back. Chase Daniel, I don't think Chase Daniel is a solid backup. However, he not beating the Rams. They're gonna need Trubisky. I can't believe I just said that, but they need Trubisky. What a time to be alive. I just said the Bears need Trubisky. But it is what it is. I mean, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Will the Bears be able to win this game, or do the Rams keep it rolling? You know, this is probably the Rams' last, speed bump before they pretty much, I mean, if they lose this one, they can't afford to drop this one. They got the leg up. The Cowboys helped them out by giving the Saints a loss, and the Saints are right on their heels. They lose this game, they're back to second place because the Saints have their tiebreaker. So we'll see. Dirtbag Don asking if the Bears got a running game. They do, kinda, but they're very creative in their play calling. You know, they got Matt Nagy from the Chiefs. He's very creative. He does a lot of the gimmicks and stuff. And Tariq Cohen is just a monster. Tariq Cohen is smaller than me, but he's still a beast. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be interesting to see. This will be a good game. Will the Rams be able to keep it going? I don't know. It's going to be cold. We saw them play. Well, we thought the Denver game was going to be crazy when it was snowing like crazy, but they ended up clearing up. This will actually probably stay cold, be cold. Will it be snow in the forecast? I don't know, but Chicago is going to be good. It's going to be a good game. It's a Sunday night game. They flexed this game. Thank goodness in the NFL scheduling guys for doing that. I got the Rams though, man. I think the Rams are going to win. We need what do we need? I guess you need I guess you need, like I said, you need this win. I mean, the Bears, they pretty much got the division locked up. The Vikings are on their heels, but the Vikings have to play Seattle this week. I don't know if I trust them, but we'll see. What is y'all prediction? Y'all think the Bears are the Rams, man? Y'all are quick with those other predictions, but y'all ain't giving me this prediction. Y'all got the Bears are the Rams. It's a tough game to choose, man. I need to hear what y'all gonna pick. But We'll see. Just a guy says Rams gonna pull through and keep rolling. Gurley might break through a little bit because that iffy defense last week versus Saquon. Saquon is a special guy, and so is Gurley. You got a point. We'll see, man. We will see. Like I said, but Tariq Cohen is a monster, though. We'll see what he can do. We'll see if Trubisky really is the X factor. Dirtbag Don says one of the most. How was that one of the most beautiful plays you've seen designed? I know you watched the Super Bowl, the Philly special. But OBJ kind of just sold it as he was like running. I mean, OBJ is 2 for 2 on his passes for 100-something yards and a touchdown. But y'all still ain't dropped y'all prediction, except just okay guy. Everybody else scared to drop their prediction. I don't know what's going on. This will be a good game, but you got to pick one side. But go to the last game, the Monday night game, Vikings at Seahawks. Roman A say Rams by 3. Dirtbag Don says toss up. Rams had no defense. Dirtbag, you can't call every game. Every game can't be a coin flip and a toss up, man. You got to pick one side of the fence, bro. You got to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, I feel you. It is gonna be tough. Just the guys say OBJ is the next Terrell Pryor. Nah, man. He got too much talent and too great a hands to switch the quarterback. I don't care how garbage Eli is. Odell staying that wide receiver. You said OBJ less than Terrell Pryor. Dude, I don't know, man. Terrell Pryor got a 90-yard run in his career. I'm just saying. Vikings at Seahawks. Seahawks they're not that good of a team to me, but they're finding ways to win. I picked them to have one of my bold predictions in the preseason was them having a top 10 pick in the draft. Through the first couple weeks of the season, I looked like a smart man. They've cleaned up the team. I don't know what's going on. They're straightened up. They beat my Panthers, of course, on the road. They got the Vikings. They're holding on to the number 5 seed in the wild card right now. Of course, they're not going to catch the Rams, so the wild card is going to be their good place. It seems like they're going to finish strong because they have an easy schedule down the stretch. I think after this game, all they have left is the Cardinals and the 49ers, which is a gift. So they're pretty much a lock. But the Vikings, the Panthers are half a game behind them, so they need this win. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win at home to secure the bag on that playoff spot because they're 7-5 right now. They can't go to 7-6 because then that would put them into the 6th seed and they'd be on the fringe. Granted, they do have the head-to-head over the Panthers, so they would be in terrible shape. But I think the Seahawks get it done. I think that running game. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna take the Vikings because Kirk Cousins did go into the link last year with the Redskins with no Jordan Reed, with no Chris Thompson, with Josh Dobson as his best wide receiver, and he beat the Seahawks in a 2-minute drive. He drove the ball 80 yards for a touchdown and beat the Seahawks. I believe in Kirk. I put my faith in him at the beginning of the season. I got to stick to my guns. I'll pick the Vikings. I don't want it to happen, but I like to be consistent. So I feel like I'm obligated to pick this, and I'm picking the Vikings. Everybody down said the Seahawks on fire, the most dangerous wild card team. They got the Chiefs too. Oh, the Seahawks got the Chiefs? Oh, oops. The Seahawks said that this guy said Seahawks got a dynamic offense and the Vikings getting shook up after losing Rhodes. Seattle by 10. Interesting. But I forgot Rhodes is out. That's true. Their defense has been playing better though. But I don't know. There's some good games this weekend. I think the playoff picture could be very, very clear after this weekend. Unfortunately, I like to see it go down to the final week, and it probably still will, but I think it'll be pretty clear after this weekend. We're going to figure out where everybody's going to go for sure. A lot of these games are make or break. As far as who's in, we'll see. But as far as seeding, that could change a little bit, of course. But I think we're going to find out that. So speed round, real quick. I said so many comments. Y'all been dropping comments out the wazoo. Jeremy Davis said he got banned for dropping too many comments. Uh, we'll see. Um, Dang, where am I at? Seattle by 3. That's what they saying. Uh, Dang, what are you? I'm losing so many comments. Oh, Donald Gonzalez said Anthony Davis to the Lakers. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It just seemed like usually all these reports with Kevin Durant talking about how a lot of players can't handle playing with LeBron. I don't think playing with LeBron is that attractive of a thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know where LeBron is, and people don't want to get left hanging to clean up the mess. I don't know. Just the guy asked what's in this drink. It's water. Roman A's asks, who I think overall was worse for the franchise, Matt Khalil or Kelvin Benjamin? Matt Khalil. We overpaid for him. At least Kelvin Benjamin, we were able to get something for Kelvin Benjamin when we traded him. Matt Khalil's on the bench making $11 million, and he can't block a soul. Jeremy Davis says Cardi B gonna pay Offset $50 million. Hold on, what happened? Cardi B paid. When paid $50 million for what? Lord. She wants a divorce. She didn't get a prenup. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. Wait a minute. Cardi. First of all, where did she get $50 million? Where did she get $50 million to give away? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's half. If we're talking about half, like Eddie Murphy always talks about half when you come to divorce. She paying him $50 million. Hold on. Why did she get a prenup? She's stupid. Oh, Lord, they getting divorced in New York. Why didn't they get married in Georgia? That's the crazy thing. Never get married in New York. That's the mistake number one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. She may have to, but I doubt it. They'll probably settle for something. Oh, it's because she doesn't have it. She could be worth $100 million over time. Jesus. And Offset is on 50%. Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, so Cardi. So Offset, since he was with Migos, he doesn't have to pay her 50%, but since her brand was built big while they were together, she owes him money under New York law. That's wild. She's going to have to pay it up. New York don't play about that. Well, Atlanta United going to break the curse? Yes, they will. United's going to win. United will win the Cup, MLS Cup, Saturday night. Roman A said when that vlog coming, boy, the struggle is real. I'm working. I'm working on it, man. I just feel like my vlog game is so trash that y'all know how I am now on videos. That my vlog quality won't live up to my personality on my regular scripted cameras. That's my nervousness. But I'm about to just stop giving a crap and just put it out there so y'all can laugh at me and so I can get better. Let me see. Yeah, I talked about the Panthers. I mean the Cowboys over the Eagles. with Sean Lee back, is the Cowboys linebacking core the best in the league? Could be. I don't think Sean Lee's the fact. I don't think Sean Lee's that great. I'm just gonna say it. I just don't like Sean Lee like that. Van Der Esch is a dog. Jalen Smith, a dog. But I just don't like Sean Lee like that, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. But the linebacking core is up there. Keep dropping those questions. I'm coming down. What do I think of Kareem Hunt? Oh, snap. What do I think of Kareem Hunt being taken off of Madden 19? I didn't know that happened. I'm not a gamer, but I appreciate that knowledge, Carolina Panthers. So, if that's true, that's kind of wild. I mean, it's not surprising. Madden has done some other things. They did bleed out Colin Kaepernick's name in Big Bang when Big Sean's verse. So, I'm not surprised. But, I mean, it's trying to send a message, I guess, to Kareem Hunt. I mean, what are they going to do when he's back in the league next year when somebody signs him? He's probably going to be a Redskin at this rate because they're not going to bring AP back. And they know they could probably get Kareem Hunt for cheap. And they're probably going to, I don't know. But the Redskins do have some young running backs. So he may not go to the Redskins, but that's different. But like I said, Dirtbag Don said he going to ask me. He said he's been asking me. He going to ask me again. Do I believe in the Chargers? Bruh, that comeback on the Steelers is real. The unlucky stuff that typically happens to the Chargers is the opposite. They're getting those lucky breaks. So maybe they could have a chance, man. I want to see them. When do they play the Chiefs again? Who else do they play? Do they play the Chiefs one more time? Let me know. Or did I miss that game? But if they play the Chiefs, we'll see. Has the Saints been exposed? Or are they still the best team in the league? I think they've been exposed. I don't know if they're the best team. I don't know if they're the best team in the league. I told you I didn't feel any better, any worse about them. But the formula is definitely out there about how to beat them. Now, can anybody else mimic what the Cowboys did? I don't know. It's going to be tough to do that. It's also going to be able to be tough to beat the Saints if they get home field advantage. So I don't know. Even if they have been exposed and the formulas are out there, you still got to go through the dome if they get home field advantage over the Rams. So that's different also. But I think the Saints, they're gonna go 15-1. Like I tried to tell y'all that, and y'all were like, "Why not? Why can't they go 15-1?" I was like, "They're gonna lose sometime," and it happened. They'll be better probably from it. It'll probably motivate them more down the stretch. So, like I said, whether they win or loss wasn't gonna change how I felt about the team. Are they the bona fide number one team in the league right now? Probably not bona fide, but I think they're still top two for sure. Who's the hottest wild card team in the AFC? The Ravens have been winning. The Texans, they're gonna win a division. Let me look at this. AFC playoff picture. For the AFC, I really don't be paying attention to the AFC. It's so weak. It's so top heavy. You know what I mean? Let's see. Damn, Colt McCoy out for the season. Sad face. Jesus. Oh my God. I had faith in the Broncos, man, until then. But the hottest wild card is probably the Chargers, man. It's got to be the Chargers, right? Like the Chargers have been hot. I mean, I think that's an easy answer. The Chargers have been hot. You know what I'm saying? They don't like anybody else going to catch them. The Broncos, like I said, they lost Demaryius Thomas. Not Demaryius Thomas. They traded Demaryius Thomas and they lost Emmanuel Sanders. That's tough. I think they'll fall off. Will Eli be starting next season? No. Well, not the whole season. He may start from the beginning, but I think he'll be benched eventually. I'll answer this one first. Have I heard the new Meek? I haven't heard the new Meek, man. I did see a post about people talking about when Drake and Meek were beefing. Everybody was talking about how trash Meek was and anything he dropped they didn't want to hear. But these are the same people that are like bumping Meek and posting screenshots on Instagram. So I don't know, man. It's a tough situation. Dirtbag Don says that. Dirtbag Don, where are you from? Like, where do you live now? He said, should I move to ATL to pursue my photography career? Something nice. Not asking if you really think you should do, but there's a lot of opportunities for it. Just okay, guys. I think. I mean, dude. I'll say this, and I've told people this, and I've told my old lady this herself. Photography. I mean, like just not for photography specifically. Photography, modeling, sports. What I'm doing with sports and analysts and YouTube. Everything's a crowded space, bro. There's not a lot of new stuff out there, and it sounds like you say you're nice. It sounds like you're confident in your craft. As long as you continue to get better and work on your craft, I think ATL is a good opportunity for lots of things. Especially if you're a self-starter, entrepreneur, all that. It's too much money out here to be made. Yeah, relative to other big cities, it's cheap to live here, but it's still expensive. But people are doing great for themselves here, man. Like, I'm not from Atlanta either. I'm from South Carolina. I moved down here. I haven't been back. And being here in this type of environment with people that are go-getters and entrepreneurs, it motivates you to work on your craft. I would say move. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of opportunities. I'll tell you this, it depends what type of photography you do. If you're taking pictures of females, there's a lot of those, and models and video girls and all that here. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities for sure. Of course, you got wedding events and stuff like that. If you keep working on your craft and you get better and you're actually good, you got a chance, bro. Dirtbag Don, drop your Instagram, man. If you got pictures on your Instagram that you work, any kind of work you do, I'm gonna check you out. So just drop your Instagram, Dirtbag Don. I'll check you out on IG and show some love to your photos and stuff. But I know a couple photography friends, man, and they're doing their thing, doing pretty good. Just gotta be on it, man. There's a lot of opportunities out here. Especially with just kind of gotta network and be a go getter, bro. I'll say that, but like, don't be worried about competition. If you're good at what you do, you continue working your craft and get better. Your gifts will make room for you, and your biggest superpower is being you. Like, nobody can be you and do what you do. Nobody is you. You know what I'm saying? So that's your biggest power. So always have confidence in yourself when you're working on your stuff like that and you're working on your craft. There's plenty of opportunity, like I said, in Atlanta. So I say, yeah, man. I say go. I say do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, drop your Instagram, man. I'll check you out if you got one. He said, what's my favorite album that dropped this year? And Just the Okay Guy said, what rappers do I listen to? My favorite album that dropped this year is probably KOD, J. Cole. But J. Cole is not my favorite artist. My favorite artist is Big Crit. I like the southern rap. I like the country stuff. His music is very relatable to me. I don't listen to a bunch of variety of different guys. I listen to J. Cole. I listen to Crit. Kendrick, of course. I listen to some Drake. I listen to Migos, of course. That's the type of stuff I listen to. My sports fan team, I like the Panthers in football, NFL. I like South Carolina Gamecocks in college. College basketball, I don't really have a team, but I like Syracuse. I don't have a baseball team. Basketball, I like the Hawks. I don't have a college basketball. Well, I don't have a. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Hawks, Syracuse, Gamecocks, Panthers. Yeah, that's it. But my artists, Crit, Cole, Kendrick, of course, the bona fide guys that work on their craft. I don't really listen to a bunch of, like I said, a lot of the new guys. I listen to pretty much the same stuff. Crit is mainly my heavy rotation guy in my headphones, bro. I listen to Crit pretty much daily. But Big Crit is my guy. But I don't even know how long I've been going. This new live stream, I can't even keep up. But I appreciate y'all tuning in today, man. Bearing with me on the trippiness of the beginning of the stream. It took me a second to keep it going. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all like this style better? Do y'all like me better on the cell phone? I can kind of get some of these bells and whistles on my cell phone if I try a little bit more, but I got a little bit more freedom with this one, and it's a little bit easier to customize. This is my first time doing it, so I promise it'll get better. But I appreciate y'all bearing with your boy on the audio and the sound. Yeah, Crit just dropped 2 EPs the past 2 weeks, bro. Five tracks total between the two, which was not a lot, but I think his album coming soon. And he's been doing a lot of promo and contests and stuff with freestyle, so I think he'll probably be going on tour soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't missed a Big Crit tour since like 2013 maybe. So I'm anxious for that. But I got the vlog coming soon. Everybody down. Now that I figured out how to do the stream thing, like I swear I got you on the sports betting thing. I got you on the help on that. I think that was you that left me that. So I got you on that. Roman A said what's up with the vlog. I got you on the vlog. I'm gonna look like an idiot, but I'm gonna throw it together and let y'all see how boring my life is. So I got y'all there, I promise. I told y'all my vocal cords ain't been great, so maybe that gives me a reason to drop the vlog since I really can't talk that great. But I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Dirtbag Don, just the guy. Okay, I appreciate you, man. You had a lot of participation today. I appreciate Roman A's came through. The usual suspect. The usual suspects, of course. Donald Clark. He said, nah, this one was trash. Tell me how you really feel. Oh, yeah, he said, I'll see you on the playback. All right. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Anyway, I think maybe my internet connection. I don't know. But maybe I just have to stick to the cell phone. But I appreciate the feedback, though. I need to know that. And like I said, I'll see you on the playback. I hate that it's like this, but it is what it is. But I'll catch y'all next time, man. Make sure y'all get the video thumbs up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm out, this guy.